you guys, this is Makeups Out and I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you about some crazy interesting teachers that I had in all of my years of being a student. And this topic just came up randomly when I was talking to my mom today. I don't even know how we got on this conversation. It was really weird, but I decided to just like turn this into a video. Like, might as well. It's like a story time pretty much. So I'm going to start with my most recent, and I'm going to go all the way down to like elementary school if I can remember anything that happened in elementary. A licensed cosmetologist. And of course, in order to be a cosmetologist, you have to go to cosmetology school. Now there are two teachers. Let me just run it through my head real quick. Sorry, 3 teachers from cosmetology school that was just a little bit off. Just a little bit off. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with the person I guess irritated me the most, because it really didn't piss me off or anything. It was just kind of like a waste of time. So the first one is, well, we're just going to call him Bugs Bunny. Now, anybody that went to my school is going to know exactly who this is, because this person looked exactly like Bugs Bunny and looked like he can chew straight through a piece of bark. Like, not like a twig, like a thick piece of bark. And he was really weird. He gave off the effect as if he was gay, but the way he was interacting with some of the female students was kind of weird. He would rub us on the back and call us sugar, like, how are you doing today, sugar? Like, how are you doing today, sugar? Or something like that. Or how are you doing today, baby? Or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't remember. It was just, like, don't touch me. Just like after he did, you just felt like you had to wipe it off. Like you had to be like Nicki Minaj and like, I carry wet wipes in case a bum try to touch me. Ew. Like that. That's how you felt afterwards. But that's not the reason with me particularly why he got on my nerves. And I'm going to tell you why. So this one day I was at school and it was time for me to leave. And I was walking out the door. Literally, I had everything packed up in my bag. I was literally about to walk out the door, and I look over, and I see there's about 10 people waiting in the lobby, maybe like 8. And there was like 5 or 6 students, and I knew that they would not be able to get done with everybody before the school closed. So I decided to stay longer and help them out and take another client, and I made sure it was okay with the head of the cosmetology school, and she said that it was fine. So I put my stuff back out, I got a client, and I brought her to my chair, and I was doing my consultation with her, asking her what does she need, what does she want. And she was just saying, like, I just want to get my hair shampooed. I want a blow dry and a quick flat iron. I don't want it to be a silk press. I just want it to be like semi-straight because I have errands to run. I'm going to be getting married in a couple weeks or months or something like that. And she just wanted something to where she didn't have to worry about it too much and just like go. Which I feel like a sew-in would have been a better option, but whatever. Anyways, I shampooed her hair, and I started trying to, I shampooed her hair, and now it was time to dry it. And Bugs Bunny came over and was like, hey, how are you doing? What are you getting done? Now, I just now realized there was another time he got on my nerves, but this one was a lot worse, so we're just gonna skip over that one. He usually has the thing where he would come over to a student see what they were doing, if they needed help with anything, which is fine. But he would completely take over. Like, instead of helping you and showing you what to do and then you do it, oh no, it's like, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to continue to show you, and then I'm going to show you till it's over. Which is highly annoying, and nobody liked it, but he had a big head, so we just let him go. Anyways, he started sectioning off her hair and blow drying her hair with the paddle brush. And when he blow dries people's hair, like, he literally gets in there with that paddle brush and yanks you. Like, your edges will be snatched. Your whole edges will be snatched. Like, snatched. And I don't know if that's a complete good thing for everybody. Not everybody wants their edges snatched. Some people like their natural edges just to be natural. But whatever. And he did like 2 sections. I think he did like this side and, well, this whole side. And he said, okay, you do this whole side because I'm about to go get my haircut. And there was a student there who would cut his hair, and them students at that school, man, they just got on my nerves. I couldn't wait to graduate out of that place. We're not gonna talk about them right now. Different story. So he goes over, gets his hair cut, and I'm continuing to blow dry her hair. And her hair is thick, like thicker than this pretty much, or maybe about the same thickness, but her hair literally almost came down to like her waist almost. And it was 100% natural. There was no relaxer anywhere in this hair. And I'm blow drying it, and I'm like parting, blow drying with the paddle brush, so I don't have to go through like the thick part of her hair, because it would have took forever just to do it like that, even though it took forever in its own. And she was saying, okay, after you're done with that, I just want to really cut press, and if there's anything that she could use to like bring some moisture back into her hair or shine or something. And most of the products that we used at this cosmetology school, depending on what it was locked up, or you had to get an instructor to get it. So what I was thinking about using was this thing called Silk Essentials by Design Essentials. And of course I can't just get it. And the instructor that said that I could stay longer and help out was busy at the time, and she said to ask Bugs Bunny for the key, because he had the key and she couldn't help me, she was busy. So I go over to him and I tell him, like, look, she wants something to make her hair shiny or moisturized or something like that. Can you please go and get the product for me, or can I have the key to go get it? And he says, I'm getting mad all over again. And he says, okay, just wait until my haircut is over and I'll be over there to help you. So I'll go back over to the lady and I tell her, okay, he's going to get it for me. He'll be over here to get it in a second. I'm just going to finish blow drying her hair. So I go back to blow drying her hair. And I get almost done with blow drying her hair, and I'm still looking over there at Bugs Bunny, and he's still getting his hair cut. And I'm just waiting, like, where's this product that I need, because I want to use it before I start flat ironing her hair. So she's starting to get annoyed with me. She's like, okay, I have to go. I don't have time to sit here for like 3 hours and do this. I need to leave. I said, okay, I'll go get him or tell him again that I need this. Hold on just a second. I go back. I tell him. He said, okay, I'm almost done. I'll be there in a second. And I go back over to her, and this time I tell her, like, okay, he said to wait until he gets done with this haircut and he'll help. And she's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. So I'm just standing there talking to her at this point. I really didn't want to start flat ironing her hair until whatever it was that I was supposed to be putting in there is in there, because I didn't want it to revert. So he finally gets done with his haircut. He finally gets done with his haircut. He comes over to me and my client, and he's like, okay, so what seems to be the problem? And she's telling him everything that she was annoyed with about the whole fact that she had to wait and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay, I completely understand. And then he walks away for a second, and he goes to talk to another student, which I love this student. I'm not going to blame her for this. She is an innocent bystander in this whole thing. But he comes back with her, and he's like, okay, this student is going to take over with your hair now, and she's going to finish you up. And then he gives her this like super high-tech, like $100, $200 flat iron this woman's hair. And I'm just standing there looking like a complete idiot because he gave my client away. And it wasn't even my fault, because you said to wait until you're done with your haircut. So I wasn't understanding why you gave my client away. And it's not like I could be like, hold up. I'm doing this client. Because the client's right there. It would have caused a problem. It would have looked unprofessional. Unprofessional in the first place. So I just went and asked the instructor that said I could stay later if I could just do one of my friend's hair. And she asked me, like, why didn't you have a client? Are you done with her? And I said no. Bugs Bunny gave it away to somebody else. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I'll talk to him later. And that's pretty much all that happened with that instructor, Bugs Bunny, at that time. That just really made me mad. But another incident that happened with an instructor, we're gonna call her I have so many names running around in my head right now. I'm trying not to be messy. Vocals. We're going to call her Vocals. Because she was always singing like trying to crack glass. And I say you could hear her from one side of the school to the other, and you would even be behind a door. Oh my God. Did I have another incident? Oh yeah. There was one time that her and this other teacher, which I actually liked, I had no problems with the other teacher, but they were talking about the fact that I have high cheekbones, or they're big or whatever. And my favorite teacher would just like poke at my cheekbones, and of course I would get annoyed. But Vocals would take it to the extreme. Like, I remember one time she was like, okay, I want to make a butt with your cheek. I want to see if I can make a butt with your cheek. why are you touching my face like that? Get off of me. Like, why? Stop. Don't touch me. It was so weird. But anyways, back to the original reason why I started talking about her in the first place. So, I had this client. He was maybe about 60 years old, maybe in his 50s. I don't know. He was a nice old man, and I was supposed to be doing his haircut, and he got a clipper cut. Now, when I was in cosmetology school, I did clipper cuts, but as far as the guards, I didn't completely know how the guards worked yet. Like, I knew, like, okay, this is 6, 7, 5, 4, whatever, but there are times when you can go from, I'm not going to explain this to y'all probably aren't going to understand, but at the time I really wasn't too into clipper cuts, so I asked Vocals for help, because I needed to know what guard should I start with, because he didn't remember. So I went over to her. I asked her, with his hair length, what guard should I start with? And she goes over to the client and she says hi, because I guess she had cut his hair before, or she had helped somebody cut his hair before. I don't know. But she came over to the client and she said, hi, such and such. His name really isn't important. And Vocals picks up my clippers, picks up the guard, and starts cutting his hair. And cutting his hair. Cutting his hair. And cutting his hair. Just chopping away at this man's head until she's done with the haircut. Now, I didn't mention that his wife was sitting right in front of me when I was doing his haircut, because she was supposed to be getting her hair done. I think it was like a roller set or a round brush or something like that. I don't completely remember. But she was sitting there and she was supposed to get her hair done already, and nobody had called for her to get her hair done. So she finishes up with the haircut. She goes over to where the clipboards are at, and I'm talking to the lady, and she's like, well, I haven't got my hair done yet. And I was supposed to been done already. I go over to her, and I say, oh, her hair hasn't been done yet, and nobody called to come and get her. Do you know who was supposed to be doing her hair, since he was already done? She looks at the clipboards and sees that her board is, or her ticket is there, and she picks it up. She hands it to me and says, she signs my name on it and says, here you go. You can do her hair. Because it's not like you did her husband's hair anyway. Excuse me? Excuse me. Because I could have sworn that I said, help me with the haircut, not do the haircut. So really it was your fault that I didn't do the haircut, not my fault that I didn't do the haircut. I was so pissed off, you guys. I was livid. I literally went outside, left that lady sitting there waiting to get her hair done. I literally left her sitting there until I was ready to come back in. I smoked a cigarette. Yes, I did. I probably came back smelling like ash and cigarette smoke or whatever. I didn't care. I was pissed. Like, don't, no, that's mad disrespectful. So, that is it for, actually, no, wait, no, it's not. Back up. I said there was 3. Because there is 3.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.